For this week's Sports Star Spotlight, we're headed to Tacoma, Washington to meet one of the state's highest-rated players. Lincoln High School's football program is known for a few things. It's usually one of the best teams in the state. Their nickname, the Abes, certainly isn't one you see every day, and their home stadium is one of the area's most unique venues.
Yeah, Lincoln Bowl is pretty historic, and yeah, the Lincoln community supports us, and it is a fun place to play on Friday nights. Our coaches do a really good job committing in the off season. We start our workout program in January, and that's when we really get the kids to buy in, and we focus a lot on culture stuff, leadership. We don't have the numbers like we used to before COVID, but I'm okay with that because the kids that are there are committed and have bought in, and just a bunch of good kids.
Quarterback Gabarri Johnson has embraced the culture at Lincoln High, and he's grown to become the Abe's senior leader. He pushes the younger players on the team to not just settle for being backups, but to be active participants in practice so that when their time comes, whether it's this year or next, they'll be ready.
Well, first off, Coach Matt, he always challenges us to be better, regardless, on the field, in school, in the community, it doesn't matter what it is. But for me, I feel like me helping the younger guys, all it can do is just make me better at the same time. I feel like it's my duty to give back to them, and being a top recruit, if you don't want to help the younger kids, then what are you a top recruit for? I feel like that's just super selfish, so that's why I give back, and it makes me feel good.
At first, you're just kind of worried because, man, nothing really bothers him. Maybe he doesn't take things seriously, but really that's become, his best trait, that nothing really gets to him. He's a very popular kid on and off the field, so kids follow him. And again, I think that's part of it, just that he's so relaxed and he makes everything fun. Even if we're in a tough situation, he's still joking around, keeping the guys loose, and that's a great quality for him to have as a QB and a leader for us.
The leadership, though, isn't what makes Gabarri a four-star prospect. It's the playmaking ability he brings to the quarterback position. The recruiting websites classify him as a dual threat, which he doesn't mind, but he wants to make it clear he can throw the ball around as well as anyone in the country.
I feel like being labeled a dual threat, that just gave me motivation to be let me start passing the ball more, or whatever they're seeing, let me kind of change their perspective. I can throw the ball, I got good accuracy, I can read a defense, things like that. And I just feel like the game is changing so much now. You can't be a statue type of quarterback being a dual threat. We can run and make our own plays, but that's only when it's needed. We're still a quarterback first, so let's read a defense, pick them apart, get our guys the ball, let them make plays. So I feel like that's what a dual threat really is.
He's a true dual threat quarterback. He can run, he's athletic, but he is a throw first guy, and we trust him with his arm. And we run the Baylor splits, and so we're very wide. Our receivers are wide, and really the reason why we were able to run that offense is because of him.
This season, Gabarri led the Abes to a perfect record in the regular season and a district title, and now they're trying to make a run at a state championship. He's verbally committed to the Missouri Tigers for next season. He says that Mizzou reminded him a lot of the home he's grown to love so much here in Tacoma.
It felt like home. You got the stadium, the colors, everything's the same. It just matched. The vibe was there, so that's what it just felt like home. When I went out there, I just loved the energy, just being at what I could do in school, getting my good education and things like that. The opportunity to possibly come in and start as a freshman is pretty good for me, I feel like. So just going in there to compete for that spot, I feel pretty good about myself for that. And then I love just the whole staff. The vibe was just none other than any other school to me, so I just felt like that's where I fell in love with while I was down there.
The Missouri coaches put in quite a bit of travel to secure Gabarri's commitment, but when you look at his leadership and production, they seem to be well worth the effort. Thanks for checking out Sports Stars of Tomorrow on YouTube. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like, and please subscribe to our channel so you see all of the latest content.